Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
We just met here in the TIFF festival, and we talked a little bit about emotions and children. And we have this idea of sometimes the emotions in different environments are not so allowed. So people may say that some people they don't feel fear or sadness or shame or guilt or anger because usually people don't show that. And what is your opinion about that?
Yeah, that's we are trained from very young age to keep all our emotions inside, right? Not to show the emotions. It's like it's not polite to show emotions.
Especially, if you talk about anger or
Yeah,
especially.
and sometimes you can contain your emotions, right? Sometimes an emotion come out even though you don't want it to go outside, and then you feel ashamed usually if you showed an emotion that was you didn't want to show this emotion.
Especially not in the way I wanted to show it,
Yes,
'cause
so you feel ashamed, and sometimes you carry this shame for a very long time, especially when you're a kid. And it takes time, I think, to realize that it's okay, that we are, that we are only humans. Because once humans were in the fields, now humans are in cities, and it's a different kind of life. We're not connected to our, basic instincts, and it takes a lot of time to realize that we are animals, and we are allowed to do certain stuff, and we are allowed to show emotions, and we are allowed to live our life as animals and not only as stiff human beings.
so like respecting both of our natures, the nature that we have from the animals, but also the nature that we have that may be a bit higher, but we still have the other one, and it's okay to have it. I mean,
Not only it's okay to have it, it's sometimes better. I always envy people that are more relaxed with their emotions, and they're not afraid to cry in front of people, and they're not afraid to laugh loudly, and they're not afraid to show real emotions. And because I'm talking about myself, I'm in front of other people, I'm very shy. It's difficult for me to show emotions in front of other people. And I always envied people that could show real emotion, and they weren't afraid.
for me, it's difficult to cry when other people are around, but also like Shakespeare said, we played. I played the role I played in front of others. Now I play it in front of myself. So I cannot cry sometimes even when I'm alone. Yeah. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I think actors, good actors, they know how to, because I come from the film industry. Good actors, they are people that they know how to be relaxed and to let go. Other people, the rest of the world, they don't know how to let go. I think it's very important, to free yourself and to let go of a lot of stuff. And but yeah, I think it takes time to realize that you can do it.
This reminds me of a theater play I saw. It was called The Rhinoceros, Ionesco. The Rhinoceros, I think it's in English. And it was, from my point of view, it was about this part of the human being that we want to lock down, but it still shows up somehow, and it's normal to show up because it's part of us, and that's.
Yeah, we have to acknowledge that it's normal. Actually, it's more normal to show emotions than not to show emotions. But after a few thousand of years, we are not the same people that we used to be.
Probably the society, as you said, we were in the fields, and now we are here, and the society changed so much, but we didn't quite keep the pace with the change. So we have to adapt once again, and we will do it, but probably, but it takes time. And
Sometimes I don't know which is the right direction, to take. Because today I've been to a screening with a lot of children. They brought a few classes of children, and the Romanian children, they behaved beautifully in the theater. There were no shouting. They were talking, of course, but they were very polite. And in Israel, children, well, they are more agitated, they're more less relaxed. But I don't know what is better, actually, to be a good boy or to be a little bit more animalistic.
yeah, I don't know either. So, I mean, I'm for expressing emotions. It's better outside than inside. I always say, like the saying, it's better outside than inside. But in time, we may learn how to get it out in a way that it's not so upsetting for the others. If we can, of course, we make mistakes as humans, but easy, step by step, we can learn to express our emotions whenever we can, in a better manner for the ones that are around us. So,
Yeah, I think the good word for that is embarrassment, because sometimes we're not only embarrassed for ourselves, we're embarrassed for other people. Like if somebody start shouting, we're embarrassed to hear that. We're embarrassed to be in the area, and that's because we became caged animal. We are really politeness became too big. We are very strict. We are very almost like robots. You see people on the street, they're all behaving themselves. I really don't know, but I'm coming from a more Middle Eastern society. In Middle Eastern societies, people tend to show more their emotions. But still, Israel is not is in between. It's in between Europe and the rest of the Middle East, and we have from both sides of the yeah.
can you tell us a little bit about yourself? I mean, what do you do in life, and just for the children and the parents that are watching too.
I'm a movie maker. I always wanted to write books, but then I realized that it's easier to make films because you don't have to sit by your own and write all day long. You can work with other people, and filmmaking is working with a lot of people, and you do the same. You tell stories, like you write a book, you tell a story, and filmmaking also is storytelling. And I really love telling stories. I really love taking people through an adventure, and sometimes emotional, sometimes frightening adventure. And I really love filmmaking, and that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It was one of the nicest interviews.
Thank you. For me too. Thank you very much.